Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is a special video for the new Jumper T-Lite. This is the new version 2. It has been upgraded and this is the box. Let's go ahead and jump right into this review so you can find out what's new about this one. Still a good price though at $79. Here we go. And now this is the V2. This is the new T-Lite from Jumper. Looking pretty good. It does feel like it has a little bit better kind of grippy shell exterior on here. It has the same type of switches up top. We have the SD port here. We have a trainer port and a charge port. You also have 1S 18650 support in this radio, and they have put a bunch of stickers all over it and telling you not to put it in backwards, which I did actually, and it didn't hurt the radio. So you know, don't try that at home. You might fry your radio. But I do have a single 18650 in mine, and on the very back of the radio as well is where the T-Lite external module plugs in. When you pull this sticker off, you will see that there is the plug. So you don't have to open up the radio to put this external module on. All you have to do is take a couple screws here, screw it down, and plug this in, and you're good to go. So that's pretty cool. And on the front of the radio, we have trim switches here. We have an on-off button here. We also have a system and a model button here, system model. We have an up and down selection, enter, return, and we have SWB, SWD, SWA, and SWC here. So this is a 3-position switch, 2-position for arm. This is a 3-position. This is 2 positions. So 2 3-positions and 2 2-positions, which is pretty cool. So it looks like they're also going to do a CC2500 version of this, but honestly, if I were you, I would get the JP 4-in-1 version. That has the one with like 50 protocols on it. They also have a D16 receiver coming out, which is super nice. It has a nice long antenna on it, and that one will bind right up with this radio. So with the CC2500 edition, you're only going to get about 10 protocols or less on that one. So be aware of that. It does say that there is a built-in ELRS version coming out. So that's on their website. So that's good information for you to know. They're going to have a built-in ELRS version. So JP 4-in-1 version is an optimal version. So I'm wondering if it's going to be a dual supported type of thing. But I'm excited that they also have OpenTX and EdgeTX on here for you, which is really nice. Express LRS, Hall gimbals on this one, and they've also upgraded the power system, so that's not going to like turn off on you like the old one had some issues with it like turning off. That's really good. So the new one is 2.4 gigahertz. It is not a 900 edition, but it does 25 milliwatt up to 150 milliwatt. Package refresh rate up to 1000 hertz, which is pretty good. And up to about, for the power output, we've got 22 dBm on there. Not bad, but it's saying that on full power, you could get like 5 kilometers with this. So, I mean, that's pretty far out there. It's about 3.5 miles. And the battery life this time around with the single 18650, it's going to last us around 6 hours. So I think that's pretty good. As far as navigation for the menu, it does have a backlight screen, which I have it dimmed in this video to kind of show you that. And you can go into your screens by pressing the model button here, and this will take you into your model menu. And if you press, I believe it was enter, if we go enter, or actually it's page over. Okay, we're going to go up to it there. We'll press model again. That's how you do it. So press model again, and then it'll take you here, and you can go up and down. And let's just go over here. Right now it's set to external, so I'm going to press enter there, and I'm going to turn that off. It looks like all the external module options are AF HDS 3. We have S-Bus. We have Ghost Protocol, R9M, Multi, Crossfire, DSM2 for Spectrum, XJT, and PPM, and then off. So I'm going to select off there, and for the internal, we're going to go ahead and turn that on. So press enter there, and now I'm going to make my selection. Okay, so now we're on the multi setup here for the JP 4-in-1, and I'm just going to scroll through these real quick so you can see. Maybe you can see this, maybe you can't. Make it full screen if you need to. I'm going to go down to where it says Fly Sky. We're going to start there. Let's go down. eSky V2, eSky 150, eSky, EOX 10X, DSM RX, DSM. So it does Spectrum. It'll also do Futaba receivers, Bugs, Bang Yang Toys stuff. I mean, this radio will pretty much fly any receiver you have out there. If there was anything out there it didn't fly, I would be surprised. Maybe some of Spectrum's like Super. I guess it'll fly all the Spectrum stuff as long as it's DM2 compatible. Let's see. SEMA, Tiger, Traxxas. That's cool. It does Traxxas. You could even drive a RC car on this baby. Walkera, WFly. So many, and it also even has a sub type on here, which is interesting. Walkera, and you can select which type. So there's a ton of subtypes now in here as well. That's really cool. I love that. So you can switch back and forth from the external mode to the internal mode. So now we're back to the main menu here, and you can go into the system menu and you can change anything in here just like you would with OpenTX, standard OpenTX or EdgeTX. Mine came flashed with OpenTX, which I'm totally fine with, but I used this T-Lite as my daily driver for my micros for about 6 months on the channel here. So I think this is a really just easy grab and go type of radio, and it doesn't feel weird when I'm flying it. I wasn't a big fan of the X-Lite that came out from FreeSky, but this one just felt like a regular transmitter in my hand, and it's nice that they added Hall gimbals on here to give it a little more value. And now, thank God, they added internal 18650 USB-C charging on here. That's really convenient for you. So I think it's looking pretty good, and I'm happy that it has a built-in ELRS option coming up. There was an ELRS module that you could add on the back of the last version of it that they released, but I don't really, I wouldn't go for that. If you're just going to go ELRS, I would just get the built-in internal ELRS version. And they also have FPV displays that you can mount to these two ports right here, and it'll have a little screen on the very top. So if you wanted to fly like line of sight and be able to keep an eye on your quad where it is, but still see your camera view, you can do that. That's also an option that these two holes are for. So that's pretty sweet. And that screen folds down as well. It would fold down on top of the radio for you. But again, this one does work with the simulators. It has the simulator port right here, so you can plug that into your computer, and you can get off and running on DRL sims or whatever sim's your favorite sim. And I'm happy that this one is expandable again, obviously with the SD card slot there. And this one weighs in with the battery at around 203 grams. If you're wondering how heavy it is, for me, I'm traveling all the time, so this would be a great one, even like for an overseas travel. If you wanted to throw this in a backpack, something like that, you can get little tiny cases for these, and they don't take up a lot of space. So for guys that just want like the most minimal setup, this is a really cool one. So you can check this out in the link down below in the video description. And like always, guys, please do subscribe on the channel. I really like hanging out with you and showing you all the new gear, what's coming out in RC and FPV. This has been the T-Lite V2, the new version. Guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.